Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading. This is for Saturday the 11th of August. It's a pleasure to be with you today. And I'm using the Cat People tarot, which I bought thanks to my lovely Patreon subscribers. So thank you guys so much. And it's also interesting that I'm using this card deck today. I wanted to use this. I bought 4 decks yesterday and I really wanted to use this one today. But what's interesting also is that we have this new moon eclipse today, and that's in Leo. Leo is a lion. It's a large, very large cat, and so it all kind of works out in the end, this stuff. It doesn't really matter. The tarot, it's the law of attraction. You can never pick the wrong card. So I'm going to shuffle these, and it has been brought to my attention that sometimes when I shuffle, the right side of the cards do not get shuffled. So I've taken that feedback on board. I've never been the best shuffler. I don't do the whole blackjack. I mean, I can, I think. But in my experience, it ruins the cards, and I think it's kind of boring. Everyone can be skilled. It's much easier to do it. I think, like I just said, I mean, kidding aside, there's no right way or wrong way to read the tarot. If I don't mix the cards on the right, then that's not ideal, but the right cards that want to be seen will come out anyway. So sometimes I take them from the front, but sometimes I take the cards from within the deck. I just listen to my guidance and see what they want me to do. I love the back of this deck. It's so reassuring and so beautiful. And also if you reverse cards, you still always see that beautiful cat. So let's see what the cards are saying today. And I'm going to pick from within the deck. That's what the guidance I'm getting. So we have the Fool, which is a wonderful card. The Hanged Man, another great card. And the Tower. Okay, really interesting cards. So the Hanged Man is at the center of this. It's a major arcana card. So this is the key theme today. The Tower is also a major arcana card, so a big theme. And the Fool is also a major arcana. So we've got a change in approach today, change in direction. Now the Fool is 0, so it can go before the beginning of the tarot. So the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and all of those things. Or it can be at the end, the World, the Fool, and then going back to the Magician. So you can be at the beginning of the end because he's a 0. First of all, the 0 represents completion. And that completion means that the Fool is always going to be with us, which is really nice because the Fool represents innocence and that hopeful sense of wonder that I can go out into the world and I can make my life the way I want it to be. Unfortunately, you then realize that the world has ideas of its own, and there are other people who also have their own ideas, and the Fool naively thinks everything's okay, and he's always seen on the precipice of some sort of disaster, because unless this idea is implemented by someone who's got a little bit more knowledge and experience, it's not going to work. So the cat is holding him back there, saying, don't act immediately, don't jump into the abyss. This idea you've had doesn't mean you have to rush off and put yourself in danger. What it means is you can sit with this idea and look at it and make phone calls and research and see if it's doable or if you can put it in place. Really, the Fool, and I love this belt of eyes that he has around him, because it's almost like he really has the vision. He's a visionary to see new ideas and to see new concepts that are made in the world. But he doesn't have the practical skills to carry that out. And also the eye in kind of Turkish and Middle Eastern cultures is very much against warding off the evil eye. So this is someone who thinks for himself. Yes, he doesn't have every skill that he needs to see something through, but he's a visionary. He's someone who's really enlightened and who sees beyond the earth and the planet and what's possible. And he thinks in an intergalactic way, and the ideas aren't small. These are huge, big ideas. He's a visionary. He's amazing. So he's protected and he's a seer. And that's what you have today, the ability and the potential to really see something and to come up with a new idea. It was interesting because yesterday we had the Ace of Swords, I think, and that's a similar situation where you're being blessed with an amazing insight that really doesn't come from you. So get in touch with your inner child, let the walls down, allow yourself to be a fool or to seem foolish. It always takes a risk. Doing something new will always make you look undignified. You know, if I start to speak French, bonjour monsieur, je voudrais un pain au chocolat, then people are also immediately going to know that I'm German/English, and you know, it puts you at a disadvantage, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't learn other languages. Now, by having this idea and doing something with it and dismissing it, you can turn the hangman around. And when the hangman is turned around, it's a positive card. When it's upright, the way it is in this deck, it's not. Because when it's this way around, it's a criminal who doesn't know any better, who's been hanged for his crime. So he was starving, he wanted some food, he stole a leg of mutton at the store, at the market, and he's been caught and he's been hanged for it. So it's a pretty grim card. When it's in reverse, it shows that he's now enlightened. He understands that he doesn't need to commit crimes, that he doesn't need to behave in a certain way to get the security and stability that he wants in life. What he realizes once he becomes enlightened is that his security and his value is in here. And that's easy to say, and you may think, well, yeah, that's all very well, Greg, but if I'm hungry and if I need a piece of bread now, then it's all very well if I've got loads of value in here. That's not going to help me very much, is it? I disagree. Here in Glastonbury, we've had 6 weeks or 2 months now of amazing weather, and there are people sitting on the street doing impromptu tarot readings. So even if you are struggling, but you do have that skill, you can use the natural footfall that's going through this town, for instance, or where you live, and you can use your intuition and your enlightenment to create financial security for yourself. And remember, the cats are always here. So the cat represents the universe and your guardian angel, I think. The cat is with you regardless of where you are in life. And whether you make the cat your everything and it blows up, the cat is always there. And the cat can be your spirit guide, your guardian angels. It can be your connection with cats if you love cats. My niece loves cats. She's got 4. And she adores them. It's like her life. So because this card is in reverse, it's saying that there's something going on with your thinking which needs to be reversed. And the only way to reverse your thinking is not to think your way out of the thinking. It's by getting out of your head and sinking down into your heart chakra, meditating, connecting with a power greater than yourself, and that's what's going to turn this card around for you, is going to give you ideas and enlightenment on top of the idea that you already had, which is going to give you practical, concrete guidance in how you can take this idea and turn it into something practical. 4 in numerology is stability and structure. It's the same as Saturn in astrology. So by meditating, you'll be able to turn this into something tangible, concrete. Finally, we've got the Tower. And the Tower is something that's established in your life that's being blown up in a very dramatic way. So it could be a job, it could be a family situation. You can see a cat going flying there, these 2 people flying. It can be a relationship, it can be a project you're working on. It can be something that's been really meaningful, important in your life. Now, it's interesting because with this new moon and eclipse and the eclipse season that we've had, it's all about, this year has been all about you finding your own inner fire, your own inner Leo, your lion within, the thing that is powerful and stands on its own 2 feet and is independent and courageous and fun-loving and confident, together with Aquarius, the energy of the humanitarian, and how you can actualize yourself while being a humanitarian, being of service and helping other people. That's what this eclipse season very much has been about. And today we have the final eclipse, we have the Tower, and the Tower is the structure that has kept you from being unenlightened. Today you've got the opportunity to have a new idea, to make a fresh start, to blow up the past. Let's say you've had a really negative relationship, or you're in a really horrible job that doesn't use your skills or talents at all. Then a blow up, that structure falling apart isn't a bad thing. It's a positive thing. So blow up the things in your life that keep you trapped, that are beneath you, where you're being abused or where you're being put down or where it's just negativity. Blow that up. Send those people flying. If it's friends who say, oh, don't you look horrible today? People have friends like that in their life. Then get rid of those people. Listen to your idea. Once that cat has been blown up, listen to your idea, meditate on it, and you will get practical guidance in how you build a new tower that is representative of who you are in your life now. You know, you may have been a thief or selfish or inconsiderate when you were 20, but that doesn't mean you're the same person at 25 or 30 or 40 or 50. I feel we can change. I think fundamentally we're always the same person, but we can change. And one way of changing in my experience has been therapy, but that's kind of like doing it yourself. What I found the easiest is to change myself is through meditation, because it's done for me. Because a higher power has love for me. And when I look at the therapy and stuff, I only see the issues that I am aware of in my mind, in my thinking. But the universe knows everything about me. So when I meditate, certain issues just go poof. So instead of talking about them and resolving them and certain things, I've noticed that a connection with a higher power, the universal psychiatrist, is much better than, for me personally. I'm not maligning all therapy and counseling and any kind of healing, but the one constructive power that we've all got access to that isn't a human power is the universe, and it wants the best for us. So it's important to connect to it if you want to build structures in your life that serve you rather than keep you stuck. 0 is 0, 12 and 16 is 18, 28. 2 and 8 is 1, and 1 is the vibration of independence, pioneering, doing things yourself, proactively, taking the initiative, and it's the magician in the tarot. The magician has one arm to the sky, up to the sky, because he's listening to the intuition, the divine guidance of the universe. Then the other arm points to the ground, and he's got cups and pentacles and swords and wands all lined up on a table. So he can create his life the way he wants it to be, which is ultimately what the fool is trying to do. And the magician comes next after the fool. So it's idea, then it's magician, placing it, making it real, and then you can build a tower. So you have the magician with you today. But first of all, you've got to turn around the hanged man by connecting with the universe rather than just going in a direction of unraveling and focusing on that. Instead, focus on what you want to unravel and the new thing that you want to take its place. So 1 is about power. You have the power to do this today. No one else. It's in your hands. It's your life. It's your power and initiative that's going to make it happen today. So enjoy the day. Ask for additional power from the universe and you will receive it. And it's really, again, another very, very life-changing day. I mean, these eclipses last for 6 months. Check out the separate video I did on the eclipse, by the way. It'll give you a lot more detail. But this day completely fits with that, and I love the deck as well. So I'm so glad I got to use it. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.